Alright, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. How you doing? Alright, today we're doing a Q&A. I tweeted out earlier, asked me a question about football, and I'll answer it in a video later. Something like that. This is that video later. So, I got a bunch of questions. This is not really going to be a heavy edited video. It's going to be probably a little bit more natural. Me just answering some of these questions. I got them on my phone here. There's a whole bunch of them. So I'm just going to read them out now and get into them. Right, it's a complex video. I hope you understand it. Alright, so at Little Vcon starts. Can you predict the likely front three Lampard will take into action? Very dramatic. I think what's likely is he starts with Giroud, Willian and Pedro. Which is not inspiring. I don't think that will be the ultimate desired front three. I feel like to start when he just gets to the club, he's going to rely on experience and people who've played in the Premier League for a long time, like those front three. He'll deputise Abraham, Tammy, Pulisic, and maybe eventually they'll be the front three, but certainly he'll go with, in my opinion, I mean, he might prove me wrong, whatever. I'd kind of be exciting if he did play someone else, but Project Pat, hey Patrick, man, which under the radar player will CFC make an impact this season, or what player at CFC will make an impact that's under the radar? That's a bit difficult. I'm not sure who's under the radar. I mean, you can only speculate. Obviously, if someone like Musonda stayed at Chelsea and actually did bits next season, that would certainly be an under the radar in the sense of unexpected, but maybe under the radar if Redan comes through, or Billy Gilmore, someone that Jody Morris insists comes through, but it's really difficult to say. I can't really call it, man. But under the radar, I'd probably say, because I think people like Ampadu are going on loan. Let's just say Billy Gilmore. Okay, so at LT what's happening, man? If you got to choose 2 out of these 5 players to stay at Chelsea next season, what would you choose? Bakayoko, Batshuayi, Zuma, Ramons, Musonda, fucking hell, man. Choose 2, for me, Zuma's one of them, and the other one will be between Batshuayi and Bakayoko, and because we're screwed for strikers, I'd probably say Batshuayi. So yeah, Zuma and Batshuayi, in terms of actual players that can make a difference, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, Lampard all the bloody way. It's a good name, right? He said, similar to what I've just been talking about, do you think Redan, Gilmore, McEachran, Ampadu, Castillo could break into the first team next year? Ampadu absolutely could, but I feel like Ampadu's so good, he should not be trying to break in for minutes, he should be starting for a team. So I feel like he should go on loan, because I don't think Ampadu will start for Chelsea next season, so I feel like he should go for on loan. So I could say Billy Gilmore again, man. Why not? He's got good work ethic. He's been at the club for a while. Yeah, Morris might fancy him. I'll say Billy Gilmore. Nat Neil, sorry man if I butchered your name. Where do you think Chelsea will finish next season? What a question. I think Chelsea will finish 6th, which is fine, considering everything. I mean, Chelsea could finish 13th, and we maybe would have to sack Lampard, but if we stay in the top 6, that would be a success for Frank for his first season at Chelsea without being able to bring any players in, and also no longer having Eden Hazard. So I know 6 sounds rather uninspiring or not very ambitious answer, but I think it would probably be a good finish, an acceptable finish. What's your thoughts on what would be an acceptable finishing place for Chelsea next season? Comment down below where you think Chelsea could, should, will finish, and like the video if you think Frank Lampard is a good appointment. Which brings me on to my next question. George Gottschall. Sorry if I butchered your name again, bro. Do you think Drogba's going to join Frankie next season? I mean, there has been rumours about Makelele and Drogba. I can probably see more useful for someone like Balak coming in with Czech to kind of do some of that boardroom, upper level footballing stuff. But I mean, Drogba maybe was like and maybe as an ambassador of sorts. He already does bits for Chelsea. Maybe a finishing coach, just a coach. I mean, Drogba's like a great character, a great Chelsea legend. But I'm not sure what he has to offer in a particular role. Like, it's kind of very obvious how Frank Lampard could be a really good coach in terms of character and intelligence and pedigree in the game. Cech as a very intelligent man, as footballing director, that makes sense as well, or advisor. If you haven't watched my video talking about Petr Cech's appointment at Chelsea, I suggest you go and watch that after this, or pause this, go and watch that, come back, in whichever order you fancy, but go and watch that, it's interesting. So, I don't know about Drogba, man, it's just mega like band back together vibes at the moment, isn't it? Ricardo Adams, what's going on, man? Do you play FIFA? If so, can you do a career mode live stream? You know what? Okay, so I'll talk about this quickly. I wanted to do a live stream a couple of days ago, but I've got a decent camera, which I'm filming on now, and I didn't want to film. I could live stream on my phone, but basically, if I get a capture device and some software, I can do it all properly through my camera, kind of like and learn to do some like overlays and stuff, kind of like a United Stand Mark Goldbridge vibes. Yeah, and then I mean live stream, because then I'd also have to get a stream capture device for my PS4. It does sound fun. Maybe it's something, if this channel grows, I will absolutely look to do all kinds of stuff like that, because I have quite a laugh when I play video games, and maybe you guys would find it fun, me being silly. I could just chill in the evenings, you know, have a couple of cans of beer, and it could be a laugh, right? I'm a bit of a nerd, I love video games, so I'd love to branch out, but the first things first, I need to develop this channel. So if you are a fan of my channel and you're watching this, just make sure you are subscribed. Why don't you tell your mates, and let's try and expand this platform for me, and then I can do all sorts of cool shit for you guys. Clinton Al-Harazi, who would you rather, Ancelotti or Benitez? That's bait. No, Ancelotti. Even though Ancelotti seems cooked, and Benitez does seem like Benitez is a good pragmatic coach. Ancelotti is a bit of a Chelsea legend, and Benitez would get roasted. So, Ancelotti, brother. Mark Rose, absolutely over the moon. The ball is rolling with Frank, as am I, Mark. My question is, who should be brought in with him? And will Roman offer him a 3-year deal and believe in him? Well, Jody Morris is being brought in with him. Apparently a lot more of his backroom staff from Derby. I don't know the deets from that, but absolutely Jody Morris. You know what, if Jody Morris wasn't coming with Frank, probably a deal breaker for me. Not that I think Frank couldn't be an excellent coach one day in isolation, but what makes it easier to accept Frank now is Jody Morris. I reckon he'll get a 2-year contract with a year extension. That's what Chelsea seem to be doing at the moment, with an option to extend by Chelsea. And yeah, and will he believe Chelsea, man? Do you know what I mean? I can't really answer that. What position do you think Chelsea will finish next season? 6th, done that. What are the chances of Chelsea getting Frank Lampard as coach from Emmanuel? Pretty good. That's it. I think it's happening, man. Chimson, Eric, what's going on, dude? Who was the last Chelsea manager to last for at least 3 seasons straight without getting sacked? Bloody hell. I should know this. But I don't. Sorry, mate. Google it. Hey, what's happening? LT Dell. Will Finland make it to the Euros party for the first? I don't know, bro. Maybe. Go you Finns. Linds. What's happening? Do you see fit Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount starting together at the same point next season? Oh, that's interesting. See, I'm a big fan of, obviously, Kante, like every Chelsea fan, but I personally am a huge fan of Jorginho. I want them both in Chelsea, but I do want that third spot to be I want that third spot to be Ruben Loftus-Cheek, maybe deputising by Mount rotating. Unless Frank plays a 4-2-3-1, Ruben a bit deeper and Mount in a 10, I don't see them starting together. I see them too similar, unless Sarri does come in with a sensational bid for Jorginho, like 70 mil, 60 mil. We flog him, and then we have Kante he's never played at the base of a midfield as a pivot, but maybe we have like Kante, Ruben, or a three of Kante, Ruben, and Mount. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it would work, to be honest. David Landon, what do you think about Jorginho? Just spoke about it, man. Big fan of him. If you haven't watched it, I did a video on Jorginho's season last season. It's called The Truth About Jorginho. It's got a bunch of views. Well, for me, a bunch of views. Check that out. A few vids back. I completely break down all the stats on Jorginho. I think it's when I was still calling myself Jan the Stat Man. But check it out. It's a great video. Rank our centre-backs, or rank these centre-backs. Luiz, Rudiger, Christensen, and Zuma. Obviously, we got like Ampadu and stuff. Couple more, I think. For me, probably Rudy at the top, and then Luiz at the bottom, I think. Not because I really think Luiz is an amazing footballer, but as a centre-back and a two, he's not the best. He has like 1 out of 10 performances is amazing defensively, and the rest are just offensively good. So I'd say Rudy, and then Zuma, Christensen, Luiz. Christensen has a high ceiling, but he's got a lot of development to do still. Ludwig Schott, how you doing? Are we definitely going to appeal the ban? Just ask me about Cass. I don't know, man. I feel like Chelsea at this point of deliberately swallowing the ban because it's so late in the window. So we're just taking it on the nose, I think, in my opinion. And then just going to serve it. And then the Hazard money next summer. Just gobble that all up, man. Who is the most a non-Chelsea question? Let's go. At Nashiongo Etre, sounds French. Peut-être. Who is the most underrated defender outside the top 6 in the Premier League? Underrated. Diop? I think he's pretty rated now, isn't he? Lewis Dunk. I know people talk about him, but he's fucking amazing. I did some stats about him on my page a while ago. Easy, Lewis Dunk, mate. Arsenal should be doing everything to sign him, trust me. Yeah. Try and fix Man United, lol. Can't do it. Solskjaer's not the answer, man, which sounds a bit dumb and hypocritical of us liking Lampard, but where United are, the fact that they can spend money and they don't ever have problems with financial fair play, they need Benitez. I know Benitez is probably going to like China now. He's left Newcastle, but Man United, man. Hitting the mic. Glazer's out. There you go. Pick your best Chelsea 5-a-side team, past to present players. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This would take me. I'll do a fucking video on this. Check and goal. JT. There you go. Easy. Lampard. You have to 3. So I could just pick Hazard 4, and then obviously you'd say someone like Drogba. It's basically the golden generation with Hazard in there. But maybe, Bobby Tamblyn had the best goals returned in terms of games to goals ratio. So just put him in there just for lols. Will Chelsea reach the top 4 next season? What is the Chelsea philosophy? I don't think so. The Chelsea philosophy apparently is winning, hopefully. Watch old videos I've done on Sarri and stuff, but the Chelsea philosophy at the moment is flexible. I think we'll be a counter-attacking team next season, personally. How will Chelsea evolve under Lamp? Sorry, I should have said you're at there. At Lucas. Sorry, man. At Raj Parianes. Again, butchering names left, right and centre. How will Chelsea evolve under Lampard, and what position do you think Lampard will play Jorginho and Kante? No idea. I think he did play a 4-2-3-1, so although Sarri was adamant Jorginho couldn't play in a deep 2, everyone would be really interested to see Jorginho and Kante deep. I think we'll be more counter-attacking. I think we'll be more we'll play a lot deeper. The high line won't be as high, and just be a bit more pragmatic, but be direct as well. Frank does like going at the opposition, but he's a little bit more pragmatic than Sarri in terms of playing deeper, rigidity and whatnot. Connor McCoy, should Chelsea look to Steve Holland to be their next manager instead of Lampard? Don't know. Difficult one. I thought I'd like to always look. He's more experienced, but I'm on the hype train now, man. So Lampard. Asked me ages ago, I probably would have said Holland, but I'm trusting Roman and the club. They seem to just generally get it right. You know what I mean, man? So Fuck, I got a lot of questions. At Lenny, outside Pedro, Giroud, Willian, what options do you think the new manager, Frank, will go with? Can you see Tammy or Batshuayi on the wing? Nope. not on the wing, them two. I don't really see Musonda. Like, obviously Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, they're probably the future wingers. I don't know if he'll give Musonda a sniff. Jody might look to the youth. Nothing too exotic and exciting. I feel like when the transfer ban drops, we might buy a high profile scoring winger to just go with the other guys, personally, because of Willian and Pedro aging. Alex Round, do you see Jorginho staying at the club long term? Not sure if he fits Frank's midfield. Good point, given he likes two creative 10s alongside a more defensively minded player, surely N'Golo. Something that I said before. Yeah, maybe he's not. I'm a bit of a Jorginho fanboy because I've watched him a bunch of times at the Bridge. I really think he's a clever, fast playing footballer. But you make a good point there, Alex. Maybe he isn't a Frank player. He'll want to probably try him out because he's such a good player, but we'll have to see what happens, man. Lampard or Luis Enrique, and why Lampard? Because of the transfer ban. Luis Enrique is a good coach. He nearly came to Chelsea before Sarri. Didn't because of wage demands. And yeah, he wouldn't want to come to the club without big signings, and Hazard's gone and Lampard will, so that's why, dude. Your favourite Chelsea fan, transfer ban has been scenario. The transfer ban has been suspended for 1 week of this window. You've got £150 million to spend to keep us competitive for the top four. Who are you signing and why? I'm signing Pepe for 70-80 million as a Hazard replacement, and trying to find, the sort of striker of the sort of Luka Jovic, Piontek tier, just snap up a striker, basically. I've got to rack through these, man. Dominic Pickering. What's going on, dude? Who should be Chelsea's captain next season if Asby will block James, who deserves rotating starts if Yeah, I feel, he's asking me, yeah, about RLC becoming captain. Bit soon, maybe one day. He's quite timid, Loftus-Cheek. Amazing player, proper Chelsea, but I don't think he's a captain. I think Asby should be captain, even if he gets rotated with James. Rudy probably is the biggest shout. He reeled off a few there. Rudy could be a captain now, even though he hasn't been with the club long. What's your favourite type of style of football if I was a coach? Then that's by @gift97. I don't know, man. Probably some form of possession football, some sort of something from total football, I guess. Probably more Cruyff than Van Gaal, but rigid at the back, possession football, systemic, but with freedom of expression with the front three. A bit like Pep, but actually Pep's more systemic and robotic than people think. Their goals are like patterns always. I'd encourage a bit more creative freedom in the front three. Varane, what's up, man? What will be Lampard's formation at Chelsea? He'll change between 2 or 3. El Nicarino. How do you think Chelsea will perform in the Champions League this season? Can we qualify again? I don't think we can qualify again personally. I'd love us to, but I don't. Be prepared for us not to. How will we perform? I don't know. It would have been interesting to see Sarri's Chelsea, because I think they would set up well to do well in Europe. I know we were playing at a shitter level for Europa, but I don't know. I feel like we might get slapped about in the Champions League personally without Hazard, but that's okay, because it's a new dawn and new development. But if we do bits, if we get to out the group stages, maybe one more round, fine, some kids get some European experience, that will be okay. The Truson, what's your take on Chelsea appointing Frank Lampard? I've already talked about that. Nemo, do you even lift sometimes? At Hate Pits, do you prefer striker in our team, but also overall, who do you prefer? Probably Giroud to start, rotating with Tammy Abraham. Batshuayi is a great finisher, but if Frank is all about tactics, he requires information retention, which apparently is what Batshuayi is shit at. So Abraham rotating with Giroud if there's an injury. I'm happy with Batshuayi coming in to try and sniff out some goals in the 18-yard box. Loftus-Cheek's son asks me also about if the brand was frozen. But I've already said that Pepe and a mid-tier striker, whatever we can get for that money. But guys, there are a few more questions. I've filmed for quite a while here. It's not going to be a big edit, so thank you for leaving me your questions. I'll do more Q&As if you've enjoyed them. If you have enjoyed this, please drop a like on the video, comment on your thoughts on anything I've said, and let me know if you've enjoyed this type of video, because I find it kind of fun answering questions, and it's kind of like an easy way for me to interact with you guys. Sorry if you're not a Chelsea fan, and this has been pretty much all Chelsea. I will be looking to do some non-Chelsea stuff in the future. But yeah guys, like I said, I want to expand the channel, do more stuff that you might enjoy, but to do that I'm going to have to develop the platform and get more subs and views and, you know, just basically expand. So I'm counting on you guys to help me do that. That would mean a lot. But that's it for me today, so take it easy and enjoy the football.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me bitch.